Ilia Topuria is dealing with some major changes outside the cage. New reports suggest the lightweight champion has put his luxury Madrid home on the market following a recent divorce. The property, valued at several $1,000,000, was more than just a residence. It doubled as a personal training hub, complete with a private gym, spa facilities, full-time security, and space for multiple vehicles. While Ilia continues to dominate headlines, it turns out power runs in the family. A recent training clip showed his brother throwing heavy shots on the bag, quickly catching fans' attention. The footage sparked conversation about whether Topuria's rise is fueled not just by elite training, but by genetics as well. Meanwhile, Jorge Masvidal shared his blunt take on the fallout from UFC 324. According to Masvidal, Justin Gaethje's victory may have actually spared Paddy Pimblett from something much worse. He believes that had Pimblett won, a clash with Topuria would have been inevitable and disastrous.
He also didn't win because if he did, he was going to get torched by Ilia. And I think Gaethje just retires and rides off into the sunset because he don't want to see Ilia. I think both these guys are just like levels below Ilia, and that fight really showed it all. On the wrestling, on the striking, the defense, the offense. I think Ilia's on a whole other planet when it comes to these guys. And hopefully they give him Justin Gaethje so you can get another guy and do him like a lawn chair and he's gonna fold him.
In Masvidal's view, Topuria operates on a completely different level, whether it's striking, wrestling, or overall composure. He also suggested that the UFC is unlikely to rush Pimblett into matchups with the division's most dangerous contenders just yet.
The Paddy, they love Paddy. Armin's a bad fight for Pat. Armin stops him, I think. You know?
Yeah, I think
Armin stops him.
But do we?
And
do
after
we
see this fight, there's no more better candidate. Though he wasn't in the fight, I think, than Arman. You know, just Arman's at another guy's at a different level that is fast, is strong, is crazy athletic. You know, it just sucks he had that mishap with the weight, because if not, he'd be the interim champion. So it just sucks. But I think Arman takes out Paddy and Gaethje same night.
Sarkunian also made waves for reasons unrelated to fighting. He stunned viewers during a live stream appearance when he arrived via private jet, casually reminding everyone just how far he's come.
Not Armin. Oh, Mary! Hi.
It's you.
Oh, thank you, Armin.
Elsewhere, Sean O'Malley opened up about the mental pressure surrounding his most recent fight. After suffering back-to-back losses, he admitted that the win brought a sense of relief more than anything else.
Yeah. I was the relief after the fight. This was the most relief I felt after the fight. Coming off coming off 2 losses. I never thought I'd ever come off ever be that guy that's I'm like be the new Tony Ferguson, just lose 4 or 5, then switch to boxing.
I mean, it goes through your mind.
100%.
It goes through your
Told
mind.
Guru. I said I could be the next T Ferg and just lose 5 MMA fights, but have a great boxing career.
Yeah.
And then Zuffa boxing, I'm like, baby, I'm gonna lose. I'll just tell Dana, hey, I'll fight for $10 or whatever you pay these guys, and I'm gonna box.
For O'Malley, getting his hand raised wasn't just about rankings, it was about proving to himself that he still belongs at the top. When it comes to what's next for Paddy Pimblett, Belal Muhammad offered a practical suggestion. He believes the UFC will want to rebuild Pimblett's momentum carefully, rather than rushing him into elite-level danger.
For Paddy, he's going to need a lot of recovery. I think for the UFC, definitely, especially after a fight like that, you want to get him back in the win column. You don't want to give him too hard of a fight, but you know, you can't just throw him. There is no layups in the UFC anymore. I think they're going to end up giving him somebody like Dan Hooker. They got a little back and forth. They've been talking trash. You don't want to give him Arman. I think Arman's the toughest test in that lightweight division for any of these guys, and I just don't know where he goes.
Rafael Fiziev also caught fans' attention ahead of his upcoming bout by poking fun at the realities of weight cutting. In a lighthearted clip, he recreated a viral moment using food as the punchline, showing that despite the grind of fight prep, his sense of humor remains intact. On a more serious note, former champion Rose Namajunas is facing surgery after suffering eye damage in her recent fight. She revealed that repeated eye pokes caused a tear requiring a medical procedure and a recovery period that could last several months. Thankfully, the injury is repairable.
I'm headed into surgery, canalicular tube surgery. Yeah, I got poked in the eye a few times in the fight, so yeah, but my tube is torn, so it's gonna be repaired right now, and I'm gonna have a silicone tube in my eye, so
3 months.
yeah, 3 months. So pray for me, guys, and yeah, I'm just glad we can get it fixed. All right.
Finally, one bettor learned a very expensive lesson at UFC 324. A fan placed an enormous wager, over $1 million, on Pimblett to defeat Gaethje. The upset never came, and the loss now stands as the largest single bet ever recorded on an MMA fight. It surpassed a long-standing record and instantly became one of the wildest gambling stories in UFC history. If you enjoyed the breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel,